Hey, what is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner. And I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads, fathers, and male caregivers that is sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And that being part of that team, we've reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And probably in the next week or two, or as soon as we hear it from Dove and Unilever and Edelman. So Dove is the brand, Unilever owns the Dove brand, and Edelman is the PR company. There's a campaign for Father's Day that they're going to be doing, and I'll be sharing it with all of you, and especially if you're on, it's specifically for LinkedIn. It's for the LinkedIn platform. So we'll be throwing it down as soon as they give us the get-go on it. But look who's here. Look who's here. The man with
overdue.
Yes, long overdue. Who are you?
Yes, and for those that may have forgotten who I am,
thank you. You couldn't have said that better. You couldn't have said those who were forgotten. Go on.
Right? One of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage the business is in, and then help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. And I'm an entrepreneur myself. I run a company called Detailing Nights. We provide mobile waterless car cleaning. So we go to people's houses or their offices, clean their cars on the spot without using water, and our plant-based eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And the sun has been shining. It is go time.
Not today.
It rained for a little bit. It's shining now.
Well, it rained like early. This was like 5 o'clock.
Now it's shining.
Thunderstorm.
So a couple exciting things happening. We are hiring for the summer. So we did our initial info session, and the students are doing their training later this month. And we're also doing another session about the franchise opportunity with Detailing Nights. So if you know anybody looking for a business opportunity to run a detailing company, definitely invite them to our upcoming info session, May the 31st, Saturday at 2:00.
All right. Our producer's telling you need to tilt your camera down just because the top of your head periodically gets cut off. Okay, so if you move back, there we go. Thank you, producer. That is all good. And right out of the box, Frequency Event Promotion says, good day. All right, Frequency Event Promotions is in the house.
Yeah. Hey, anybody in the house, we want to know where you're
we're gonna get to that after the break.
Where have you been eating?
Okay, we're gonna get to that after the break. First things first, how are things been going with Detailing? Especially there were some days this week. Was yesterday and the day before, especially yesterday. I mowed my lawn yesterday. I did some trimming. I did all because I said I know rain's coming, and rain's supposed to be coming tomorrow. So how have things been going in the Detailing Nights world?
This past week has definitely been, I would say, picturesque spring days, right? Where the sun is out, there's a nice breeze, so it's not humid like how it gets in the summer. And yeah, detailing time is now. Spring cleaning's happening. I feel like you get into that mode when the sun is out that you just want a refresh. So I noticed, and we were even asking some of our clients, like, "Oh, what made you hire us this time around?" Like, we just want to feel a refresh. It's when the car is dirty, it feels like stuffy. So yeah, it was good getting that kind of client feedback, and we're here to offer that refresh, but then also preparing for the summer as we have the student program, the youth entrepreneurship program, and some car wash fundraisers coming up.
Yeah,
at least 3 books in June. So that'll be cool.
What was the reason to go into that direction? That is something your company hadn't done before. Where did that idea come from?
Yeah, we had tested it out with some of the schools that we worked with, where I would go and do like an entrepreneurship workshop, and then we would layer on the car wash as a project for the students. So now we got, there's a couple teams, sports teams, soccer and basketball that reached out and said, could we use this as a way to raise money for our team? And of course, car wash fundraisers have been around for so long. And now our company can help structure it so it's a bit more profitable. Because I find car wash fundraisers I've been part of before, they usually don't make money. So we have to switch it so that we can help them pre-sell tickets, the detailing
Oh,
can sell gift certificates so they can raise
oh, okay.
right.
Well, we're just praying that we
Mhm.
get some consistent weather because we don't want to do car wash on
Yes.
a rainy day. Like tomorrow would be great. Like a long
Mhm.
weekend would be nice. We're supposed to be getting like
Right.
a lot of rain tomorrow morning, at least tomorrow morning.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're
So
always watching that. But the
yeah,
good thing is there hasn't been too many days where it's been raining all day. There would be like in the morning, or the morning would be good and it rain in the evening. So we're still out there, and we can work underground too. So we've been at some of the condominiums in Toronto
ah,
working
hey,
underground.
hey, I don't know if you ever met. There's a gentleman I met at was it 2 years ago, a year ago at a Leg Up event, who had a company. You probably have met this gentleman. Has a company that installs EV chargers in condominiums.
Yeah, a deal with Kiwi Charge.
Yes,
Ah, yeah.
just a suggestion. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think we're in a WhatsApp group together
Just
because
yeah.
he's
I met him a year ago, and he was telling me about his business. I said, "That is crazy." And at that time, this is a year ago, condominiums were coming to him instead of him having to go to them.
nice. That's amazing. Yeah, I
Just,
think he did a couple announcements about competitions that he's won and
yes,
partnerships with different property managers or developers. Yeah,
yes,
definitely progressing well.
yeah. That may be someone. Just a suggestion that you may want to read out to. So frequency of event promotion says from observation, rain in Toronto does not last long in a given day.
And
Yeah,
I'm liking it. There hasn't been that like just full
yeah.
gloomy, gray days.
There
I'm
has
liking how spring has started.
there hasn't been a full day, but yeah. Now with your company, are there any competitors?
Oh yeah. I mean, people that wash their own car and love just getting out and doing their own thing. There's other companies that people pick up and start, a mop shop. But I found there isn't really a household name in detailing yet.
Right.
So there's no one that you say, oh, when you think of detailing, it's like Molly Maid with house cleaning, or I don't know, something else. So we're trying to get Detailing Nights to be the top of mind car cleaning
Yeah,
company.
100%. Now, and it's I just got to maybe do some research on the break. I
Mhm.
don't know if it's legal to wash your car in your driveway in Toronto.
There's a bylaw that says you can't have runoff from your driveway go into the sewer system. I
Oh,
mean, they don't really enforce it, but it is there that you're not supposed to just let
okay,
water, especially with the contaminants, run into the.
okay.
You're supposed to wash it and actually capture the water and then recycle it. So that's why, because we're waterless,
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
that issue with any bylaws.
My apologies for just asking. Do you promote that with Detailing Nights? That aspect?
Not a lot of it, because I don't find people. It's almost like
They
a bit
don't
of a
care about. They
scare
don't care
tactic.
about laws, anyways,
Yeah,
right?
like not people aren't like every day getting fined about it. So I don't want to like scare people away from washing their car. But
So I'm
yeah.
wondering now, what am I going to do with all this car wash solution I have?
Right. I should
Wow.
have a buyback program. I'll buy your your traditional car wash solution, and we'll give you the waterless.
A buy like that. A buy. Hey, maybe you need to have a chat with Olivia Chow.
But yeah, I'll send a note. I mean,
I think that would be
if anybody's connected to Mayor Chow, definitely send them my regards. We'd
interesting.
love to have a chat about these bylaws.
Interesting. No, I think that's a very interesting idea, and maybe they could maybe resell it at a cheaper rate to all the car wash places that you can go and get your car wash done. Like, no, that's interesting. No, there's some potential opportunities there, because I'm sure I'm not the only person that has car wash cleaning solutions sitting there.
Right, just sitting
I,
there.
there's two gentlemen on the street I live in have old vintage cars,
Mm.
and one of them's actually next door to me, and he washes his every once in a while. I should say, do you know that? No, I'm not going to tell him that. I don't want to lose the neighbor.
Right.
I don't want. Yes. Right. Well, our producer of the day says, she goes, we can bring her on the program. Why not? Olivia Chow?
Yeah, let's get some updates.
Yes, and she says she's the mayor of all of us. Well,
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. We're going to go to a break. Then Ryan will be able to talk about what's on his shirt.
All right.
Because I know Ryan wants to talk about what's on his shirt. So I think, the last time on this program this year, we're going to do this.
Five Blacks Restaurant Week, an amazing week, a flavorful week. We are eating good.
It's a national campaign created to promote Black-owned Canadian cuisine, food trucks, pop-up kitchens, and chefs.
Go out, taste the food, enjoy it, and get to know us and to get to know our culture.
Puts the spotlight on Black-owned dining establishments right across the country, not just here.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. We're going to get to it in just because I know Ryan wants to jump all over it. All right. So subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. We're just below 1,810 subscribers. So if you haven't yet, you're up to it. Please subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube. I also like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Please continue the conversation. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com, or click on the link that you see on the screen, and you'll see on the platforms I'm broadcasting this live or on the replay on. To advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms I'm on, email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Indie Soup Media with that lady named Dr. Tachi, who, if you are around tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, she'll be joining Aisha and Lala on Primetime Saturday. Independent Content Creators Network, over 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. Amazing. I'm part of the advisory board, and this is one of the shows you see on that platform. And that's it. And now Ryan gets to talk about his shirt. And there's By Blacks Restaurant Week going for a few more days.
Now.
Yes. So what do you want to talk about in regards to By Blacks Restaurant? We've got a few things, but you got your shirt on.
First, the launch event on Monday. We haven't had a chance to talk about that.
Yes.
So By Blacks Restaurant Week did a tasting connoisseur evening. Networking evening.
Shishi poo poo. All right, go.
So
sir.
there's like 12 restaurants that were at Tropicana Community Center where the launch was, and being able to sample different restaurants' food. I saw Amanda from Edible Bliss. There was Joyce from from Joyce's
Jamaican food. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else was there that I remember?
Anyone you don't remember, I will fill in some people.
Yes, you can feel. But what was more interesting was the different drink brands that were there. There was like rum punch. There was a winery. There was a vodka that's Black owned and just got into LCBO. So yeah, I feel it was well received. Everybody that was there loved the networking and getting to sample the food. So a great way to kick off Restaurant Week.
All right.
Go
ahead.
Oh gosh. Why am I spacing on his name? The gentleman that does the. That's crazy. It was right in my. I'm gonna come back.
You sure? You sure? Sure.
Yes. Taste Jamaica. Why am I spacing on his name? That's okay. You go ahead.
No problem. All right. No. Well, to events like this, especially events like those, I like to get early. And when I came in, I was probably one of the first 10 or 15 people there. And first place I hit in was Sugarcane Restaurant. Yes. The two sisters and the cousin, and they gave me a nice sample of their jerk corn. OMG. Like it, I haven't been to Sugarcane in a while. I said, okay, I need to get back. I need to get back. It was so good, and it was good to see them. So many different people there, so many different restaurants. There was Now I'm gonna forget. Joyce Jamaican Eatery. There was Frontlines.
Yes, which we are visiting today.
Yes, we're gonna be going having some fish today. Frontlines was there. I can't remember the gentleman who has the African food sliders. I can't remember his name, but that was great.
Yes,
Well, you were talking about wine. Steve Byfield is Narai Wine Cellars. I hadn't seen Steve Byfield since 2012.
Oh wow! Damn.
He was
10 years ago.
I had him on the show many years ago, and it's audio only. That was before I went live streaming video wise. He was there. I'm going to ask him to come back because it's been a long time since he's been on. The restaurants were fabulous. I actually bought, I can't remember the name of the brand, but they had some ginger lemonade.
Oh,
I can't remember the brand. I bought it.
Wasn't the one beside Joyce, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really good. The only concern I have about it, it's very high in sugar.
Okay.
Very high in sugar, and I'm gonna when I see them again, I say, can you lower the sugar content? But you can certainly get the ginger fillet. Oh, it's beautiful and strong and pungent, but it just that the amount of sugar in it was just a little bit too much. Actually, if he's watching, how come Frequency Event Promotions wasn't there? He is Mr. Networking.
Right.
That was the event to be at in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, okay.
Oh, Ainsley is his name from Taste Jamaica.
Yes.
And he has his rum cakes in No Frills. I think he said he's up to like 70 stores that carry his rum cakes. They're like snackable rum cakes.
Yes. I had a taste of that. So here's the funny thing. I guess he's trying to get at us that Frequency Event Promotion says, don't let Carolyn hear that. You are a joker. Have you ever done a consultation with Carolyn?
Right.
Come on now.
Oh, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna share some of.
He goes, I was there in spirit. Oh,
right.
You were Mr. Networker. That was the event for you to be at. Like, there were people. He says, I was there in spirit. Okay. Craig Wellington, Wayne Harris.
Yeah, it was sponsored by the Black Opportunity Fund. Shout out to them.
B. Kwame was there. Selena Chavons was there. Perry Douglas was there.
First time meeting him in person.
Ryan, move back. Your head's getting cut off again. Move back again. Move back. Thank you. Yeah, it was. There were so many different people I hadn't seen in a while. Frequency Event Promotion goes, I didn't have enough Tupperware. There was more than enough food you could have taken home, man. Oh my goodness, there was lots of food that got taken home that evening. Lots and lots and lots. But yeah, it was a great event, and full props to the Dundas family. Not just Roger and Camille, but the Dundas family, because when I came in, their wonderful daughter Marley was there at the front handling entrance stuff.
Oh, nice.
With a friend of hers
helping out.
Yeah, Chase was helping out. It was a full family affair. It was really, really, really good. Yeah, great event.
All right, so I have some pictures lined up.
Okay, hold on. Just so we got. Okay, I think we're covered. All right, so you got some pictures. Okay, Mr. Photobomb is in the house. Okay, let me do this. Let me take off the banner so we get a full. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so we'll go through. So this was the lemonade.
Yeah, bold quality lemonade. So love it, but there's just a little bit too much sugar in it, but the taste is fabulous.
And then sugar cane
is there.
Say hi. So Joyce gave. Oh, I think I took a picture of it, but
with that plate of
different samples.
Yes, and actually,
amazing.
Tentatively going there with a bunch of family there on Sunday, and the funny thing is, Camellia, who was on the show last Friday, a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what her outfit? my gosh! I
Oh,
said,
no, I
"You're a
didn't.
chef. You look like you own like a corporate owner."
Amazing. And so that was the
Mac and cheese.
they're giving it from. So I didn't catch the name of who.
Oh, you know who that was? That was what's her name? Chef Karima.
Okay, nice. Oh yeah, I think I saw her walking around.
Yes, Chef Karima, who
Yeah.
I hadn't seen in at least 4 or 5 years. Hadn't seen Chef Karima.
These
It had
dumplings
actually,
are nice.
and I've got so one of the things I'm going to get from Roger is I'm going to reach out. There we go. Going to reach out to see if I can get some of these restaurants on the show.
Yes, yes. And so this was the plate from Joyce.
Yes.
And shout out to them. Very tasty.
Yes. Very, very nice.
Sugar cane. Here's the corn that they're giving out.
Jerk corn. I remember
I had the jerk corn. You are missing out.
Well, it was funny because I think when I was there with Craig, we were chatting and he tasted and he goes, "Have you tasted this?" I go, "Yeah, I've had it," because this is
he's late, man. We had that from last year.
Long time we've had that. But yeah,
Right.
Craig was just going, that was crazy. It was always good to see Craig. And a big shout out to the Black Opportunity Fund. They are doing some incredible stuff.
Yes, yes.
They are like so far ahead of game in a lot of aspects compared to a number of Black NGOs. And yeah, people are going to say, yeah, I'm going to say it because they are very organized. And he was telling me what they're doing is very unique in regards to Black organizations in North America.
Gotcha.
So there we go. CG's Punch.
CJ's Punch. I think I got a picture of the different punch options. So pineapple fruit punch. And I don't even know what this one is. Orange. And this one, so what's this? Hip vodka. Man, they were giving out samples. This stuff hits. I was like,
okay.
It caught me off guard. I shook, and the girl behind there was laughing at me. I was like, listen, I wasn't ready for the hit of this vodka, and then I think this one here is the bubble gum. Very interesting taste.
Vodka?
Yeah, very interesting.
Bubblegum vodka.
So you see they have vodka black, watermelon, the bubble gum, and then the vodka pink. This is Ainsley. So he had the black cake.
Yeah, I tried a bit of it. I didn't get a chance to speak with him.
Oh, gotcha.
But it sounded like it was really. I did have a taste of when he said, "You want this?" I said, "Sure." And I didn't have a chance to really chat with him, which is bad. And I have to take next time we have one of these. I'm going to make sure I visit every booth and have a conversation with each person. I didn't get a chance to do that.
Yeah,
so.
you should do like mini interviews. Doesn't
Yeah,
he look like Michael B. Jordan in this picture.
Yeah, a little bit. I see where you're coming from. You certainly got the pipes for him. Yeah.
Right.
Oh well, look who's that.
Rum cake.
Rum cake.
So is this who was doing the sliders? Yes. So I have one of the sliders.
Grills. Yes, grills.
Yeah.
I took home some chicken sliders, some veggie sliders. Yeah, and actually, he's not located not too far from Frontlines.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, who else was there? Was Honey, what's her name? Honey Gold. They're in Mississauga. Well, I can't remember.
No, I don't think I got a picture of the booth. In the back there, that's Amanda from Edible Bliss.
You know what? And I didn't even go to. I saw her when she was leaving. I didn't even go and see her. Darn, my bad. There's Camille Dundas. Yay! And there's Camille Dundas, one half of the dynamic duo of Camille and Roger Dundas. BuyBlacks.com, Black Canada's #1 online magazine.
Nice. And then this is me eating my sandwich.
Demolishing. Not eating, demolishing.
Sorry, boy, Dr. Vibe.
Yeah, man. We were having fun. There. It was what's
and
this?
Then the love of my life, the rum cake cheesecake.
Who was that? Was that Amanda?
Yeah, she had the samples of the rum cake.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I gotta after the week's finished, I gotta reach out to Roger to get a list of all the restaurants that I'm gonna reach out to them.
Yeah.
And see if Roger's cool with me having them on, yes or no. If he isn't, no problem. But there's some
I couldn't see why not.
I just want to make sure because it's their production, so I don't want to overstep any bounds. All right, so as we get back into some stuff here, let's just do. So again, Restaurant Week, it goes on till Sunday. There's the link. Go check it out. If you haven't, your wood is wet.
Yeah, man, got to get on it. I want to know where people are going to eat.
Yeah.
So you got to check out Stacy's Island. Is it Stacy's Island Grill or Stacy's Island Food?
Yes, on Wednesday, was it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was on Wednesday. So we were there.
That was the thing I wanted to show you. Yes.
Oh, don't tell me you took a picture of me eating that thing. You did. Okay, go ahead. You did. You go.
I showed the oxtail patty. Oh my goodness. It was, when you say out of bounds, Dr. Vibe.
Thank you.
This qualifies.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
And so
there's Roger just
stewed chicken.
He's having his stewed chicken, cooling out. Yes, yes.
Sorrow.
His sorrow and yes. And there's Roger. There's the demolition. Now let's just get this. You need to, next time you do your video, you just pounding it back. Yeah.
Right.
Wonderful. All right. That's cool. That's cool again.
Oh, shoot. I didn't show. Sorry, one quick thing.
No problem.
I know Stacy's going to be mad at me, but we did get a quick pic with the founder.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I saw her come. I think I saw her come in. Yeah, I think I saw her come in. There we go.
Yeah,
another shout out.
Like, I'm not all done up, so I don't want to take a picture, but you got to show the mastermind behind Stacy's.
Yeah, and also person want to shout out. I only said hi to him briefly. Ryan Hinkson was there on Monday night. So if you want to see a true food influencer, definitely Ryan Hinkson was there. All right, catch up on some comments here. Frequency of Event Promotion says, shout out to Buy Blacks and all the respectable sponsors. Food Plane, good morning. Hey, Food Plane, I just saw some delicious food there. There was a lot of delicious food. I'm going to make a suggestion, Food Plane. If you want to take a trip to Toronto, I'm speaking that Roger's going to do it again next year. That would be the week for you to come to Toronto.
Yes.
That would be the week for you to come to Frequency of Event Promotions. Curious how many attendees attended. Okay.
Yeah, how many? I think about 100, 120.
I'd say there was about 100. Curious how many people attended. Okay. Curious how many people. Yeah. Then Food Plane says, I'm always in time for the food. Well, like I'm saying, as soon as we find out what week it is next year, we'll tell you. We'd love to have you come up here because just that event alone, and then that week you could just go around Toronto and just done it. Frequency of Promotion says Honey Soul Food. Yes, that's what I was trying to remember. They were there. They didn't have a booth there, but they're actually going to be doing an event in New York coming up, and they're going to be doing a big golf tournament coming up too. So they are really on Food Plane. If and when you come to Toronto, that is a place I would highly recommend you check out because they're doing it corporate wise big time. And they're also they're also thinking about opening up another location, of course, west of Yonge Street. I guess I don't know what they have against East Yonge Street, but
slowly because they're in Mississauga now.
They're coming, they're coming across. All right. The Food Plane goes, yes, wow, yummy, yep, and it goes, wow. What? Wow, I never heard of that one. You mean the what of what? It's love me beef patty and cocoa bread. What?
No, that I know you love beef patty, but we're gonna get you a jerk chicken patty and an oxtail patty.
Yes.
That is the new lineup.
That is it. Good morning in the house. Wayne Harris says, went to Honey Soul Food yesterday. How was it, man? We want to know. I've never had their food. And the funny thing is, I met the owner at if you watch the Morning Vibe earlier on this year, we had Big Brothers Big Sisters station was on, and they had an event downtown. That's where I met the lady who's behind it. Sonny, so tell us how Honey Soul Food is at. Frequency of Event Promotions goes, that's a good dude, Ryan Hickson. He's a great, yes, he is a great food influencer. And more important, he's just a really good guy. He's a really good guy. Food advice goes, great advice. Thank you. Yeah, put it on your calendar. Would love to have you up here. Frequency of Event Promotions goes, Honey Soul Food. Seems like they have the marketing piece down packed. It sounds like it. Because
good food will get the word of mouth going. Like they are definitely, the quality is there.
But they have a business plan. The lady behind it is really on it. Wayne Harris goes, cornbread and wings on point. Okay, there you go. There you go. Cornbread and wings on point. So there you go. So there's a stamp. I'll make sure Honey Soul Food. Actually, I have the lady in my phone. Or maybe on my way out to Frontlines, I'm going to give her a call and say, big ups.
Yes.
Maybe they could become a sponsor. Oh, I'd love them to become a sponsor.
Hey, we should
cool.
ask a lot of those restaurants.
We should ask a lot. Yeah,
yes. Get on it.
Yes. We want it, because Ryan, when I saw Ryan on, was it Wednesday or was it on Monday?
I think Monday we were talking about it.
You're still looking for a sponsor? Just always.
Yes.
Don't ask. It's just always. But great. Like I said, Monday was really, really good. Like, again, just the quality of people. There are a lot of strong. Robert Small. The more I go into the conversation, Fenella Bruce I saw there. As we go on the conversation, the more we say, "Oh, I haven't seen you for a long. Oh, I haven't seen you," and some other new people haven't seen in a while. There's a lady who does a podcast for immigrants that I met. Actually, she's one of the people invited today to the fish fry. We'll see, but her and I have a meeting next week. There's a lot of good stuff going down. So food. Food. It's all good. All right. Anything else on Ryan's mind you want to chat about today? There's a number of things I'd like to chat about, but you haven't been for a while. So what's been going on, or what do you want to chat about? I've always got a roster in my alleged mind of things that I'd like to chat about, but off your head?
Briefly, we haven't talked about, well, it just happened. So the Liberal government, that is a minority government, announced their cabinet. So looking at who has these portfolios has been pretty interesting. But of course, we were watching to see where the small business minister landed. So they had promised the Black Entrepreneur Program to become permanent. And what I've seen so far is that MP Richie Valdez is now the Minister of, I think, Gender and Women,
yes,
and the Secretary of State of Small Business. So I don't know what a Secretary of State is. I know I've heard it in the US. So I'm curious what that means for a small business, if the portfolio of the Black Entrepreneur Program is still going to be under her, or if it's under ISED, which I didn't see who became the Minister of ISED. So I have to check the Innovation, Science, and
Technology,
Economic Development Department. So I still have to dig in and see where these portfolios are landing. But these have been, I'd say, advocacy pieces that, like the FACE Coalition, Group 3737, and BBI have been really working on leading up to the election. So yeah, looking forward to hearing how this lands.
One of the things post-election I was still sort of thinking about is no more Kamal Kara.
Yeah, she actually lost her seats in the election. That is wild. Because who else? I know I was watching Ruby Sahota, MP Ruby Sahota, because she did win, and I think she got a minister's seat. They sent out a press release. I have to check exactly the name of it. But yeah, a couple liberals kept in Brampton, then a couple flipped. But Kamal Kara, I was shocked that she actually lost. She was like a lock on Brampton West.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I was in a conversation with a Black entrepreneur this week, and she was trying to tell me, oh, well, They've promised the $140 million has gone through, and her and I went back and says, no, it has not gone through yet. It was proposed
It's
during
just
the
promised.
campaign.
Yes.
And the thing is, remember, a proposal doesn't mean it's fact.
Oh, right. It was announced in their last budget, but then everything got derailed because the election got called now. So, and Pierre Poilievre was saying he's waiting to see Carney's budget as well, Prime Minister Carney. So when that budget comes out, is to see what is now going to be in the Black Entrepreneur Program, and it needs to get through Treasury and locked in. But
It's going to
it
be a
doesn't seem
while.
like it won't be, because they did promise to make it permanent. So that at minimum it should exist, and what they promised, I would say either that or more should be in it.
Well, then my question will be when, because something tells me it's not a major priority.
What, him rolling out his budget?
No. The entrepreneur program.
Oh, it has to be in this one. If it's not, that would be a big slap in the face, I think. Like, whenever this next budget gets rolled out, it has to be in there, and it's more to see the language around it being permanent. So how much money per year on a permanent basis would be allocated to it? That's what I'm looking to see. Not to see if it's actually in there, to see the time frame that they put it for in there.
Like I said, when? That's what I'm going to say. When? That's what I'm going to be saying. When? Frequency of Promotions goes, there is a wave of food restaurants out with more coming. This is lovely. Entrepreneurship is alive. I think it's time to make to perfect my steak and salmon dish. Well, it's interesting you say that there's a wave of restaurants, but the thing is, it's not an easy business. So people need to realize. Oh, Last Cuisine was there. Had a very good had a conversation. Actually, I like to do these days. I do a lot of my phone calls either sitting in my office at home or on the road. So I have 2 or 3 places I want to call. Laz is one of them, and I'm going to get up to see them in the very near future. I had some very interesting conversations about our people not being supportive as people who are not our people, non-melanated.
Getting more support from outside the community. Yeah, that's tough.
Yes, very, very interesting conversation in regards to that. But yeah, the government thing is interesting. And the whole this leads into, a few weeks ago I went to a CEO Global Network event, and it was really interesting.
What was the format of this one?
It was leadership in uncertain times.
Okay, that was the theme was leadership and uncertain times. Was it the big room presentation?
Oh yeah. Big room. Actually, Wayne Harris was there, and once I have these internet challenges, folks, we'll get through it. But the first gentleman there is him and his wife are the owners of the largest bakery operation in the Atlantic provinces.
Damn. Okay.
And they also have distribution in Costco's right across Canada.
Right. Nice.
And he was very transparent about the highs and lows of their story. One of the things, and it really caught me, he said, he says, you always hear it takes a village to raise a child. He said, but it also takes a village to raise a business. That quote stuck out in my mind.
Gotcha.
Because his company's story, like every employee bought in. It was like a village and then also suppliers. The stuff like he said that, and just paraphrasing this high level, that they were looking to buy some company in New England, because they're expanding to New England, by the way.
Gotcha.
And or someplace in the States, and about 2 hours before, a U.S. company came in and outbid them.
Wow. Oh, man.
Came in and outbid, but I've reached out to him. I'm speaking, and I'll be able to get 11 minutes of his time because his story was so good. They also had an economist there talking about the forecasts of the economy. They had another gentleman, Brian, can't remember his last name, but I've got all this stuff on video, so hopefully over the holiday season, I'm going to watch it. But he said one of the things that entrepreneurs, CEOs, small people should be doing is having good relationships with their government representatives, whether it's the local, municipal, trustees, or have good relations, especially with your MPs and MPPs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like he goes, how many people? He asks for a show of hands, and this is a room about at least 200 to 300 people. He asks, and these are CEOs, high-level business people. How many people have had a contact with their municipal representative, provincial or federal in the last year? And less than 10% of the people put their hands up. And he says, why don't you? Because the government does a lot of business.
Right. So you need to be on the radar.
You need to be on relationships. Yeah, he said you need to be. So, and I procrastinated because I said to myself, I'm going to reach out to my provincial and federal representative, and both of them within 10 minutes drive from where I live, and I haven't done. Actually,
and the counselor too, right? You should touch base with the counselor.
Yeah, I'm going to make a proactive effort to get in contact, to just have a meeting with. Actually, the provincial gentleman actually met at an event last year, and I don't know how he got my name on his email list, but he sends me updates every Friday of things going on. So I've got to come back to him.
Gotcha.
And get it. And say, send the lady who's my federal representative. She actually got reelected, and she's not too far from where I live, so I got to get down to her, especially now when they're, especially federally wise, where they're looking to get another budget done. It's time to get in her and say, hey, can you do more for me than I was going to say someone's name, but I'm not going to say, because they'll get upset. So I don't want to.
Well, it'd be interesting to see whatever happened to the media fund that was promised at the Black Caucus event many years ago.
Yeah, yes. How many years ago?
So that would be something to put. Are you following along what's happening with the Google media disbursements? Like,
yeah,
interesting. 100 million.
Interesting you mentioned that. There's an organization that's handling that, but the process to just apply, oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
It's just crazy. I was thinking about it, going this and this, and there's some of the things I don't qualify. It seems that from my lens, it's very slanted to, I'll put out there, non-melanated public people.
Well, and that's why I'm very interested to follow it along to see where this money does get dispersed, because there was some controversy around the organization that was created to manage the money.
What was the name of that organization again?
CJC or something.
Yeah.
It's a new entity.
Yeah,
it was created now, and I think
what if
Google are on the board?
Hold on. What have you heard about? Because this is news to me, because I sort of left that out of my ear a while back. I'm gonna see if I can find. I know about this organization. Like it just seemed to be very, very
like close-knit circle. It seemed like they're
yes.
You have to be in to know what's going on and like to follow the process. It's I'm just trying to remember.
Like, I'm just taking a quick look if I see any. No, I don't see that.
You should actually bring on Donovan from the Daily Scrum.
He was the gentleman who made me aware of this.
Yeah.
Have you spoken with him lately?
Just through WhatsApp, but I think it'd be good to get a true breakdown.
Has he applied at all, or is he?
That's what I'm curious, because he has an actual media outlet, like news, especially political news. So I would hope that he did. But then, like you said, if the process has been restrictive,
is it Donovan?
And qualifies and didn't get through? Yeah, we'd have to.
Is that Donovan Campbell you're talking about? No,
that doesn't sound. It could be. Let me check.
No, maybe not. But I remember the name Donovan. We had a chat about it, and they sent me stuff, and I just go, this is really complicated. Like, I was saying, is this a digital firewall to not just have certain people out.
Exactly.
I can't remember the name of. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we should follow up with him and get him on and talk about that. That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
That's actually, so just for everyone's FYI, next Friday, because we won't be on Monday because it is a holiday here, and we're going to take Donovan Ralph Martin is his name. The
Martin.
Daily Scrum.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, he's another person I can probably maybe call on my drive today. And yeah, what's going on with that? Because the Daily Scrum News.
Well, and because if people were following when Roger Dundas comes on and he talks about there was that media block, so news outlets from Canada, their content wasn't being shown on Meta, which was Facebook and Instagram. So now the agreement that Google made was to, I guess, compensate Canadian news because they were getting free publicity. And again, Donovan can go a lot deeper into the whole, and probably Roger too, but that 100 million, there's now an entity in charge of dispersing that to media outlets. So
yes,
I don't know where that's at.
I don't know where that is either. Like as I said, I just said this is this is like jumping hoops. Just to, and I'm going that's I guess my new term. Is this a digital firewall?
And they're good at it. And,
this is
even like the Canadian Association of Black Journalists, like would they have applied? Like
I have not heard a lot about that organization. I've heard off and on things. They resurrected, and I haven't heard consistently from them.
Gotcha.
In regards to that, so I've got Laz written down, Daily Scrum written down, Honey Soul Food written down. So these are I put under a phone call, car phone.
Yes.
So it's always, I guess you have to leave at the top of the hour.
I do. Yes.
No problem.
Okay. Check on some training.
Oh, there we go.
That's a new
yeah. But going back to the CEO Global Network, great event. Really start on time, end on time. A lot of valuable people in there getting their outlook. Was really solid event. Solid, and didn't have to pay, which is even better. That's really good. What else is going on in Ryan's alleged mind?
What is going on? Yeah, I was talking to my daughter this morning because there's a event called Empower Her that's happening at Durham College. So talking to her about her plans for the summer, what is she working on? She's saying she's hoping to go to the event and get ideas on how to start her own business so she can save up money. She wants to go on a vacation trip. So I was like, okay, she's like, yeah, if I save enough for next year. So that was cool to hear her ambitions. She's part of a band camp now, playing the trombone. So it's interesting seeing her testing new things. And my son's trying baseball for the first time, and that was a sport I used to play. So I'm trying not to be the aggressive parent on the child and live my dreams through my child.
And so, of course, you'll not see Ryan take any videos of him watching his son play because you don't want to see him go over the top.
I think I'm quite subdued. Yes, I'm getting into the feel of being the sideline parent. But the team's good.
What position is he gonna? Does he want to play?
Yeah, it's really to see where he fits because he's 9, so it's now trying to see what the skills are. Can he catch a ball? Can he throw a ball? So the coach wants to test him at different positions with pitching and different. So I think this is the time they're trying all positions, So yeah.
I want to ask you, on a scale of 0 to 10, what is the state of Black entrepreneurship in this country at this time?
0 to 10. Because there's so many elements, it's hard to give an overall score because it feels like progress is been made, and I see a lot of great organizations that like Nobellum or the Tribe Network or the Black Founders Network or Black Entrepreneurs Alliance, and Real World's been there for 25 plus years, Liftoff in Waterloo, and all the ones across Entrepreneurs Point. So being part of the Black entrepreneurship ecosystem, you see a lot of the moving pieces that organizations are trying their best to keep Black entrepreneurs, Black people starting businesses and making sure that they're successful. So with activity, I'd give it a 9, maybe a 9 or 10, because there's a lot of activity. It's now, how do we track impact? So if an organization is working with an entrepreneur, one thing we're trying to do better with ACBN, the Afro-Caribbean Business Network, is determine, is this entrepreneur actually progressing in their business? Is their sales increasing? Are they hiring people? Are they able to grow and expand? And of course, I love the concept of franchising. So are you able to duplicate and get more locations or expand in other cities? We haven't done a good job of tracking that. So getting better at when an entrepreneur comes in, and they call it like longitudinal studies, like over 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, are they progressing? So when we get more of those scorecards, but right now I'm confident in where it's going. Like the support is there. It's just a matter of entrepreneurs now executing their business, because the funding's there. So to get the funding, you have to be prepared in a certain way with your documents. So once you get the funding, are you executing a good business plan? Do you have a good operating system? All those elements, I think we're very because they say like Black entrepreneurship is young in Canada. There's companies that have been 50, 100 years, like a lot of track record. Not many Black companies are more than 10 years old or 5 years old. So we're really at the genesis of building longevity and generational wealth. So that will take time. And that's why I like seeing that this Black Entrepreneur Program could become permanent, because it's not just a Band-Aid stopgap solution. It has to be something ingrained in how we support those in the Black community starting businesses, but then making sure that they grow beyond just a solopreneur, even with a couple helpers. We want to see 5, 10 plus employees. So there's a proper team around this entrepreneur to grow the business faster. So, yeah.
You didn't answer my question.
I couldn't give a number.
Okay. All right.
It's a 10, but impact, all right. I haven't seen any tracking numbers.
What needs to be done from your lens when it comes to Black entrepreneurship and the contact you've had with a lot of Black entrepreneurs? What needs to be done better?
One thing that came up, and we should actually bring this gentleman back, Errol Gibbs. He was one of our first guests when we actually started the Morning Vibe show. And he talks a lot about Black business and customer service certification, having a standard. So knowing what that standard of business operations is, and then helping businesses get there. We'll go to, I've been to a couple of the restaurants during restaurant week. I'm waiting an hour, 2 hours to get my food.
How long?
Things like this.
Ryan, hold on. Are you serious?
This is what I'm talking about. And then you look at how it's operating. It could be busy. Do they have enough staff? Or it's not busy. They run out of food. Like just elements of operations. There needs to be
an hour
that we can help people get to.
Okay, so let me ask you, that case where you waited an hour, how long of a commute did you have to get to the restaurant?
Oh, I drove 30 minutes to get there.
So you drive 30 minutes.
And then waiting.
Then you're waiting an hour. So that's an hour and 30 minutes your belly is empty.
You see? And then the drive back. Yes. So, but this is what I'm saying. And this is not new with people having bad experiences at Black restaurants. So because there's no real standard or certification on how we operate, there's nothing to hold them against. So now I think that's what's missing.
An hour.
Yeah.
You're good. You stayed.
Yes.
Because a lot of people after 20 minutes.
Exactly. And that it was interesting too, because you're watching other people in the restaurant also get frustrated and how they're like dealing the customer service. And this is something that I observe a lot. It's okay, when things go bad, how do you handle it? When things are good, because when it's busy, that's also putting pressure on the business. So how the machine actually operates is very interesting to me.
What an hour.
Yes, yes.
Whoo. Wow. Wow.
So we definitely have to do better like this, but then we can't expect people to do better when there's no real proper coaching or training.
Yep.
A lot of people that start businesses just get up one day and say, hey, I'm going to start this thing. So for there to be actual guidelines and a standard and certification, I think that would be that's a missing piece that would elevate our businesses.
It would really make me think. So Frequency Event Promotion says, sometimes though, because the food is made fresh to serve, I wonder if there's machinery that can make it a bit faster, which is a very interesting point because like Joyce's, you order it there and you wait, or you order it ahead of time. They don't have it pre-made. But that is interesting. And, it makes me think for people who know me a little bit, especially online, I love watching these food reality shows.
Yes, yes.
And I watch my Ramsay and I think that if you want to get in the food business, you may not like him, but he's a good example of what you need to have in place, which reminds me too. I did speak with Cara Cassell, and sometime I would say in the next month, Cara Cassell, who is reopening Harlem Underground,
is
going to be back now, and he has had some limited events there because a few weeks ago when Dave Chappelle was in town, there was a Dave Chappelle after party at Harlem Underground.
Oh, really?
I wasn't invited, but I know
I clearly missed that too.
I wasn't invited, but I know some people who went. But yes, and I spoke with Carl, and we're going to make arrangements so he can come back onto, because he would be a perfect person to talk about the restaurant industry. For those who don't know him, Carl Cassell, a number of years ago, had 2 restaurants downtown Harlem and Harlem Underground, and so people, and I said, hey, are you opening it up again? He goes, yeah. It goes, yeah, I guess people want me back. I said, yeah, he had something special with his restaurant. So he's coming back in the fold. So very excited to have him on. Longtime restaurateur that has a following.
Right.
He has a following, and that is good stuff. Well, it's come to the top of the hour, Ryan. So Ryan's got to exit.
It's always good seeing you, brother. We shall chat soon. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, we'll see you in about 2.5 hours. So
yes.
Have a good one. Be well. All right, here we go. So it's Dr. Vibe solo for a little bit. And you know what? I'm going to immediately, for those who are watching, I haven't asked this for a while, but I have a poll. Yes, I have my polls, as always. I've been thinking over the last few weeks, and I've mentioned periodically about hosting a show on my own in regards, and where I, do commentary on current events or subjects that are top of mind or things that are going on in my mind. And I'd just like to know, would you watch a show where Dr. Vibe talks about very serious, should be subjects, including current events, and ask for your takes? I would like to know, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, would you do that? I've been thinking about it. I was online last night watching one of my mentors, Tanya Smith, and she's encouraging me to do it. And I'm sort of humming and hawing about it. So if you are watching on the YouTube channel, would you watch that show? So press 1 for yes, 2 for no, or 3 not sure. That's all. Just want to know if you would do that. Be just curious. I'd like to get the pulse of the Morning Vibe family, or the Dr. Vibe family, if you would go there. But yeah, it's a long weekend here this weekend. And what are you up to? I am, as I said, going to see Ryan in a few hours and Roger Dundas to have some fish. And then tomorrow, I'm actually going to a celebration of life. And then rest of the weekend's fairly quiet. Me not going out and about, but I have stuff to do always. Monday, we're going to be running a replay. And then probably the next time, well, Saturday, tomorrow afternoon, we have Primetime Saturday with Aisha and Lala and special guest Dr. Tachi. So looking forward to that. Don't think I'll be back. Well, and tentatively I have a show next Wednesday coming up, but that's why you follow me. And that's why I'm going to, we're going to be talking. Should I tell you the potential subject we're going to be talking about potentially next Thursday? Older men dating younger women. I'm bouncing that around. I'm not going to host it on my own. Thank you, Wayne, for your vote, by the way. Appreciate that. But looking to, next Thursday, probably have, I'm thinking about, I have someone who wants to come on and talk about the subject, older men dating younger women, sort of the aftermath of the whole Shannon Sharpe controversy with him and a very young lady. And interesting, you don't hear much about Shannon Sharpe anymore, do you? Wonder why. A few minutes here. Anyone have any questions for Dr. Vibe? I'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so, and then we are going to call it. Next Thursday or next Friday. The conversation about older men, younger women, if that happens, not 100% because the other person has to confirm. They mentioned a few weeks ago, I've got to see, would be next Thursday at 9 p.m. But this is why you follow the Dr. Vibe Show, especially on YouTube, and you'll get updated and notified when that happens. Next Friday, we'll have Perry Douglas coming back, and he's going to talk about Shedeur Sanders, even though we didn't get talked a lot in Black Canadian or Canadian media, but we'll give a little education on Shedeur Sanders and that controversy that happened a few weeks ago. All right. And we're going to have some good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some fish today. I think I'm going to do some red snapper today. And Wayne, I will definitely tell Roger Dundas that you checked out Honey Soul Food. I'll also give them a call from the car when I'm traveling to say, hey, you had someone visit today and they said your cornbread. Yeah, I wish they were at the Buy Blacks event. Well, yeah, at a booth there. They were there hanging out, but they didn't have a booth there. I would have loved to try their cornbread. Allegedly, they've told me their cornbread is lit. Now, the best cornbread I've had so far, I have a sister who makes cornbread that is out of bounds. So that's what they have to compete with. That's what they have to compete with in regards to cornbread. All right. Any other suggestions going on today? But I have a lot of stuff to. I like long weekends, especially if I'm not going away. It gives me a chance to get some stuff done without a lot of interruptions. There's a lot of stuff for the show and shows got to get things caught up on. It is quiet out there. Is everyone in Canada on weekend mode already? Or is it a holiday long weekend in the U.S.? I'm not sure. If anyone can tell me, that would be great. But I have a feeling, I don't know if it is a long weekend in the U.S. or not. I haven't heard. Actually, I just got something across here. 47 not favored to win the Nobel Peace Prize. It'd be very interesting if the current president of the United States won the Nobel Peace Prize. I think that'd be very, 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 very interesting. It's quiet out there. Any other things? Seems like people in weekend mode are just all quiet out there. Oh, Wayne Harris says, have a great weekend. Same to you, Mr. Harris. Same to you again. Great seeing you on Monday night. You were in your element. I saw Wayne Harris in his element last Monday and then the Thursday before, especially at the CEO Global Network. As he said, I don't think he'll get mad. He says, Vibe, you can invite me to these things all day. So he was definitely in his element at the CEO Global Network. All right. Oh, also I've got to mention, today is the final day for one of our interns, a young lady named Busy, who's been with us, I think, since January. Want to give her major props for all her help and all her production help behind the scenes over the last number of weeks. And potentially, you're going to see her periodically on Black Canada Talking with Cesar, Nadima Musa. So, Busy, want to say thank you so much for your energy, your laughter, your thoughts, your input, especially post-production wise. Thank you. She says, I'm humbled. That's the type of, that is the person she is. I'm wishing you immense amount of success going forward. You know, you can always ask for my help and also Dr. Tachi's help. And I also want to hail up at the end of her internship, she actually sent a video of thanks to myself and Dr. Tachi, and both of us very, very much appreciate that. That is amazing. That is going to stay. And Busy says, thanks for making the program vibrant as always. Well, you're part of that. You've helped make it vibrant. So I wanted to make sure I get that in before we sign off. Anyone else have anything else they want to chat about today? Any questions for Dr. Vibe? Frequency Event Promotion says, have a great, long, extended weekend. Yes. Yes. But Dr. Vibe will be on at least, well, actually, I'll be on tomorrow afternoon and then Sunday evening for Black Men Can Talk. We already have guests lined up. So that is a done deal. Busy, anything else you want to say? I was going to bring you up on camera, but I didn't want to shock you like that. So you can you can have those comments in the background. But yeah, I'm sure Ryan will have pictures when we're on next of us eating fish. I think I'm going to be I'm going to Frontlines. I'm going to go there and just, depending on my timeline, I will maybe eat there. If not, pick up and come back. Then do the rest of the weekend. And people are quiet. What are you doing for your weekend? We got some people watching on YouTube. What are we doing this weekend? Producers, what are you doing on your weekend? Would love to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What's going on during your weekend? I know maybe you can take a slice and watch Dr. Vibe. All right. One of the producers celebrating my brother's birthday tomorrow. Wonderful. That is fantastic. Actually, one of the team members, it's her brother's birthday today. So she's celebrating it. And looking forward to that. Yeah, she likes to they like to go to a lot of Blue Jays games. Actually, her brother is a big Maple Leafs fan. So his brother is not having a good time right now. Maple Leafs have lost 3 games in a row. Busy says, appreciating the audience, making it real all the time. Thank you. Myself and Ryan are very blessed to have great audience. Our core audience are fantastic individuals. They make it happen. Guests come, various guests come every show. They're done and gone. The core audience, you're there all the time, which I really appreciate that. We don't take it for granted. So that is massive, 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 massive. So we have a few people that have voted in regards to me coming on every once. So I you know what? I'm probably just gonna go do it and see how it works out. But I want to get more of a pulse of the audience. So I'll keep on doing that poll and see. Or maybe the question is, if Dr. Vibe was hosting a show on his own, what would you want me to be talking or sharing about? I'll see how people tend that, because my intuition is saying I should do it. My intuition is saying that I should do it. Just host like maybe a half an hour show and talk about something and you guys give your takes. We'll give it, if you don't put it out there, you don't know what it's going to be like. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We just do it. Don't get good, get done. All right. I'm rambling a bit here, and you know what? I'm not going to waste the most saying. Busy says, just do it. You got this. You are a star. All right. Well, if Busy says it, I guess I got to do it. Oh, look who just jumped in. Minnie on cam. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope all is fine with you. I'd like to catch up with you sometime to see how your world is twirling. That is good. And actually, Mini on Cam, what are you doing for your long weekend? Just asking people. Also, too, I just thought about, I got a new way. Got to add something new when we come back next Friday. I'm going to ask, going to write it down. I'm going to write it down. What? Yeah, I write things down. I don't digitalize it. I write things down. Actually, it came out of that presentation that the gentleman who owns the bakery, him and his wife own his bakery, he dropped some major knowledge bombs we've had recently. Okay. Mini on Cam says, long weekend is work. Yes, I will email the catch up. It's been a busy being a guest on many. Yes. Love that. Great. I'm happy to see you've been, and you rightfully so. You know, my question for you, are you getting copies of it? That's the key. But that's great. Credibility. So credibility will lead to a lot of profitability. That is fantastic news that you've been being a guest on many. So that's why we haven't heard from you, because you're in demand. Haha, you're in demand. I love that. That is great news. Great news. All right, we're going to shut it down. Give me a little bit of time before I have to drive to the West End. Oh boy. Well, the food will be worth it. All right, let me just raise my energy after thinking about that. Okay, let's do some stuff here. Let's start closing it down. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Hey, if you haven't yet, especially on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't and you're up to it, please subscribe to the. I'd love to see us at 1,810 subscribers by the time we come back next Friday. Also follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Do note, I'm increasing my post activity on Facebook and Instagram. A lot of posting on both those platforms. I've got some team members who are going to be handling that over the next few months. Definitely on Instagram and Facebook. And Instagram, definitely increasing my posting. So definitely follow me on Instagram too. A lot of different posts, a lot of video clips from previous shows, and the content is still relevant, as we call it, still evergreen. And it's coming with good results. And on TikTok too, believe it or not. I've got to add the TikTok thing. I'm posting regularly on TikTok also. It's being managed. I leave that to the content manager for those platforms. Join the Morning Vibe group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com, or click on the link you see on the screen, and it should be in the comment section on most of the platforms I'm broadcasting this live or the replay. To advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms that I'm part of, email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Do not forget, if you're watching this between May 12th, 2025, which is past now, and May 18th, 2025, which is this Sunday, go to buyblacks.com/restaurant week. If you can, check out a restaurant. Wayne Harris did. As I said, myself and Ryan and Wayne and others checked out a number of samplings of restaurants early on this week. Check it out. All right. Here's where you can get a hold of Ryan Knight. RyanKnight.com. And that's Knight with a K-N, not an N. I always say that now. LinkedIn, Ryan O'Neill Knight. Instagram at Ryan.Knight99. Email, work with me at RyanO'NeillKnight.com. I've got to just check something. If I've shared that information in the comments section. Yes, I have. I've done good. All right. And his email address, work with me at RyanO'NeillKnight.com. For myself, website, the drvibeshow.com. YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, The Dr. Vibe Show. Instagram at The Dr. Vibe Show. That's THDRVIBESHOW. X at DRVIBESHOW. I'm even thinking about posting on X again. We'll see. We'll see. Email address dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. You can also catch me on Substack at drvibe.substack.com/subscribe, and also Dr. Vibe on Blue Sky at drvibe.bsky.social. And you can catch replays of the epic conversation we have on the Morning Vibe at the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, Afro-Caribbean Business Network on Facebook, and Ryan O'Neill Night on YouTube. That's a wrap. January, February, March, April, May. We are almost 5 months done the year. What have been the results so far? What have been the results so far? Okay. As always, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. As always, don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both and make it better. God bless. Peace to all. Keep the faith. Walk good. If you're in Canada and you're watching this live, have a good long weekend. If you're anywhere else, just have a good day. At the end of the day, just have a good day, because you could watch us at any time, and it may not be coming up to a long weekend. Just make it better. Start with yourself. All right. God bless. Peace to all. Keep the faith. Walk good. Peace.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.